Hello, my friends. Welcome to the art of consciously creating in your life. So, come on in. We are on day 3 of a 3-part series. This is our final night together, just waiting for everyone to get here. So, grab your glass of water or a cup of tea or whatever you want to drink, a glass of wine, and light a candle and come on in to take this few minutes for yourself. Mm. So let's just take a minute and take a few deep breaths to settle in for tonight. So breathe in nice and deep. You can put your hands on your heart if you want, but breathe into your heart space and let go. Breathe in again, nice and deep. And let go of the tensions from the day and anything you might be holding on to. Just let it wash away through you. Breathe in one more time. Beautiful. And let it go. Yes, we want to be here, centered here. So we want to let the energy of the day, the tensions from the day, let them go. Hi, Josie. Good to see you. Hi, Dal. Thanks for coming, Dalmeen. Yes. So, for those of you that may be new here and don't know me, my name is Janice Gallant, and I am an artist, a teacher, and a mindset coach. And I use creativity to help you remember the power and wisdom that is already within you. When we connect to that beautiful creative flow, that's when we are in the sweet spot to manifesting the life of our dreams. So it is. I love that. Good evening. So pumped. Dal is in the house. Yes. So when we start to become consciously aware of what we are creating, we get into the driver's seat and start to um, create. We get to be the artist of our life. Hi, Patty. Good evening. Good. Yeah. So that's what this is about. It's about using your creative flow to step into your fullest potential and become the artist in your life because you absolutely can create the life of your dreams. There are specific steps to take, and it's a practice, right? And my passion is helping women do this. I just love doing that because when I see excitement, light up in a woman's eyes again after years of nurturing and taking care of other people, and she finally, comes back to her heart and um, finds her power, that is, you can just see another star lighting up in this world. And we need that. We need the women to lead the way. When you create a life that's filled with joy, freedom, and abundance, you create a ripple effect around you. My grandmother used to say that the woman is the hub of the wheel in the household. And that is so true. Our energy in our homes and in our families resonates out to everyone, right? So we can lead the way and we can cause this ripple effect, and we can just through our vibration create shifts in our families, right? So tonight's the final part for this series. And if you found these 3 nights to be exciting and inspiring, um, then I've done my job. That's exactly what I wanted you to do, to get excited about what you're creating in your life. And if you feel called and drawn to go further and deeper into this with me, then absolutely, I'm going to invite you to take a look at Dream and Journey. Dream and Journey starts on Sunday. And this is where we go so much deeper into these topics and more. These are just the beginning of creating consciously in your life. I actually have a full framework of manifesting for you in Dream and Journey. However, I have one more big pillar for you tonight to talk about. This is going to be helping you take your next step to manifesting your heart's desires. And these three things that I've been teaching you, or 3 nights of topics, are absolutely pivotal. They're not just a little tidbit, they are absolutely what you need to get going in creating in your life. So, the first day we talked about your soul contract to create the dreams in your heart. We talked about claiming your worthiness, about listening to the truth of your heart, and we talked about committing to believing in yourself and believing in your worthiness to create the dreams in your life, right? In the second night, we talked about how to become the artist of your life through your intentional steps. So it was all about intention, and that intention is the map to where you are going, right? It's the target your arrow is aiming for, and that is what we get to paint, right? Um, Intention is um, when you get fired up and you really believe in yourself. You've got to have a plan, because if you don't have a plan of where you're going, the universe is just going to kind of stand by the sidelines and not know quite how to help you, right? So you've got to get into the driver's seat. You've got to pick up the paintbrush. You've got to be the creator in your life. So it is an energy. It's a frequency in your heart. It's an energy that you feel and exude out of your body. Hi, Jamie. It is when you take intentional actions through your decisions. Okay? So, tonight is about staying on the path of consciously creating. Tonight is about your willpower and the strength of your willpower and how to keep it strong. Because the 3 pillars are belief, intention, and willpower. Those are the 3 pillars, right? But willpower is the fire in your engine. Willpower is you saying, I am doing this. I'm not sure how or when, but universe, let's go, because this is going to happen in my life. And so you don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. The universe helps you with that. That's the power that you're working with. What you have to do is commit to doing it and to keep doing it every day, right? Your willpower is you committing to your dreams, and you're co-creating with the universe, right? Everybody is kind of familiar with that co-creating with the universe, that you're not doing it without with disrespect and saying, I'm going to do this. No, you are channeling that power through you, right? Hey, Kimber, glad you made it. Um, so one thing I want you to know, because that is very powerful, is channeling that energy. One thing I want you to know is that the universe is not judging or deciding whether or not you deserve your dreams or what kind of dreams you're going to create. The universe is non-judgmental, completely non-judgmental. The power is there for us to tap into. It's ready to go when you are, right? So the problem is with us being human beings that we get all fired up and excited and we go, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start this new business. I'm going to get going. And then after a couple days, we lose steam, usually because people have made comments or, well, I don't know, this isn't really a very good time to start a business. We're in the middle of COVID and businesses are closing. That's the best time to start because you're going to get the best deals, for getting startups. Um, and when we move forward, man, you're going to take off like a rocket, right? So it just depends on who you're talking to and the perspectives. But we do get we get really excited and then we fall off the wagon, right? And it can be really hard to stay on track. This is when we need support to keep going. And there are so many days when things got tough and I got really like, am I going to keep going? Am I going to keep doing this? And I always felt like there was a force moving through me with this online business that I am doing it. And that's what I ended up coming down to. It's like, okay, well, I am doing this. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know when I'm going to, be able to say, yes, I have this, you know, massively successful business. Although I feel that I already feel it already. That's, that's important to creating. But I committed. I'm not backing out. I'm not going anywhere. I am moving forward and I will keep following the direction that I get from the universe. We need to surround ourselves with things that will help us keep going. So I recognized that, right? So when we fall off the tracks, we get a hand that pulls us back up onto the tracks again and says, keep going, you got this. Maybe take a day to rest, get yourself back into the groove again, right? I can't stress this enough. We need the books, we need the podcasts, the YouTube videos. I listen to YouTube videos every morning. I have a closet full of books about manifesting and mindset and spiritual growth and connecting with the universe. We need the tribe, we need the courses, we need the coaches. We need to do this. We need to surround ourselves with all of this. And that is what willpower is. Willpower is saying, okay, it's up to me to do this. It's up to me to keep myself going. So I'm going to put all the supports around me that I can. And for many years, it was just books for me for many years. Hi, Angie. um, but the I lost my spot. So I surrounded myself with all of those tools to help me keep going, right? And the time it is now to commit to yourself, to commit to your hearts and your dreams, because the world is changing and shifting. It's actually such a super exciting time to be here, to be alive. We chose to be here at this time, but we are watching the world shift in consciousness. There is a mass consciousness change that is going on, and we are here for this reason. This is why we're here. And Kimber, because Kimberly was with me way back in Ontario many years ago when we sat in circle, the Moonstar Lodge circle, the Medeo Wind Society circle, where we learned shamanic training. We learned so much in this circle to prepare for this time right now. And there was lots of times like that was my tribe back in Ontario. That was my tribe. And we we would meet and gather. We would sit in circle. We would meditate together. We would learn healings. And then that part was free. And then there were paid courses that we had the option to take. And I took those courses, as many as I could, because I wanted to keep going. I didn't let money get in my way. I paid for what I could, but I kept learning and growing. I found the friends who surrounded me who were also committed to their spiritual growth, their mindset awareness, and to keep growing and learning together. There's so much craziness going on out there in the world, and there's so many people that have judgments and ideas and thoughts and opinions, and they're going to be giving those to you unsolicited. They're going to be telling you what they think. And you need to be able to, when you get wavering, because you will, we all do, it's hard not to be able to come back to a circle to say, oh my goodness, help me come back home. Help me remember what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And whether that's your smaller group of friends, whether that's the soulfully aligned women, we are here for you. That's why I created this group as a free place for people to come and get free content, to come and reach out to their sisters and to get the support for them to keep going and growing, right? So that's your first step, is to stay connected with soulfully aligned women. That's super important. And then to connect with groups and tribes and close friends that you can call on, right? And these days, I do have close friends that are growing with me. My women in my groups are my friends. Like, I see them all as my close friends, as equals, and we grow together. But I also go to my coach because I need that support too, for remembering. And when things come up for me, when I get triggered, I need to work through that shadow work and clear it out and make sure it is not influencing my energy, my frequency of where I'm headed. So it helps me stay clear. Um, so I have a quote here from Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Goethe? I never know how to say his last name. He was a famous literary man who had many quotes, but one of his more famous quotes is, "The moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. Whatever you think you can do or believe you can do, begin it. Action has magic, power, and grace." And I found that to be so, so true. I was always one that would just kind of jump in and go. And I've never been let down by the universe any time that I've kind of said, okay, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I want to do this. And I would jump in, and I always managed to figure it out. It all came together because I could feel it in my heart, and my heart would get excited and fluttery, and I would feel this hope rising up within me, and then be like, okay, I have to do this, right? And sometimes, like I talked about last night, I think when it was a really big thing, like going to the Spirit Junkie training with Gabby Bernstein, where I'm talking about thousands of dollars, it was like, ooh, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? And it was back and forth for a couple weeks, several weeks actually. And I was scared to commit to that. But as soon as I did, then everything shifted forward. And from there, while I was there, my beautiful course, Clearing Debris Through Forgiveness, birthed. It basically was birthed at that time, and Gabby helped me get that started. And so, you have to trust your heart. You have to do the things that you need to keep yourself on this beautiful path with the beautiful souls that are walking it with you. Yeah, it's so easy to fall off, and the courage that you have is what you draw on as you continue on the path, no matter what is going on around you. And you're going to fall down and, have days where you're like, oh, but the whole idea is how much quicker each time you can bring yourself back. We all fall off. We all get depressed. We all get discouraged. We all think, oh my gosh, this isn't working. I used to listen to Abraham Hicks a lot. And there were days when I would just get mad at him. And I'd turn it off for a few days because I'd be like, I don't even want to hear you tell me it's possible. Right? So there's always days when you're going to need to bring yourself back. And you're going to have to find the tools that work for you at that time. And the reason you get mad at it, like the reason I was getting angry at Abraham Hicks videos and audios, was because my vibration was lowering, and the vibration that Abraham Hicks gives out was up here. So when your vibrations are off, it's unsettling and aggravating, right? So it's up to me to come back up here to take the steps to feel better so that when I'm here, then I want to hear more from Abraham Hicks, right? So you need to have those tools to bring you back up. And that's your willpower. Your willpower is how much are you going to work for it? Is your willpower strong enough? Do you get derailed easily? Do you worry about what other people think? Right? And I did, and I still do. It still throws me when people, you know, make negative comments to me or whatever. It still throws me, but not for very long anymore. I can come back pretty quick, right? I come back to my heart. So our willpower, our belief and commitment to our heart, that's what lines us up with that power greater than ourselves. And when you feel all that shadow work, all that doubts and fears, limiting beliefs, that's the shadow work that you do along the way. And your willpower says, I recognize that right now I'm in fear instead of love. So I'm going to do the work to figure out why, what triggered me, why am I in fear, what's my past beliefs, right? So those are all things that we do in Dream and Journey. I give you an outline. In fact, I'm revamping this course. So if you've done Dream and Journey with me, you will automatically get into this. But I am creating templates for you to use so that when you have a limiting belief come up, it's going to walk you through the process of what to do to clear it out on your own, right? And unless you're living your dream life now, you're going to have some energy work to do. It's going to be there and it will always be there, but you get better and better at clearing it out. There's very rare times now when I am feeling down or depressed. And usually I'm just tired and I need a break, right? So I have worked and worked on my vibration for 25 years and I'm not perfect and I'm not certainly not walking in nirvana every day, but I'm way, way happier than I ever was before. And the power of my manifesting is is fluid. It's there. It happens. And it's pretty magical and fun to watch. So you might have noticed I don't have a sentence for you tonight. That's because I saved my biggest draw for uh for later tonight. I'll tell you here in a bit. And it's not going to be a very long night tonight because I you know all three nights have intertwined together. You know, we talked about you have to step up and claim your self-worth, your worthiness. You claim it. No one can give it to you. Nothing can happen that makes you more worthy. It's you stepping into that energy, right? And then we talked about intention. You have to actually say and figure out what you want. And then tonight it's your willpower. You have to surround yourself with the tools that's going to keep you on your path. It's all about you being responsible about your own energy and where it's at. That's all it is. And it's about ramping yourself up every day, pumping yourself up, right? And you don't necessarily, I mean, you can self coach yourself. You talk yourself through it as if you were talking to a child, right? Coach yourself, give yourself compassion and love as you would a child, and and guide, okay, well, what's one thing I can do to feel a little bit better right now? And maybe it's go grab that piece of chocolate in the cupboard, right? Or maybe it's just, okay, I just need to maybe go for a walk. There's many times I follow that intuition and I get up in the morning, I do my meditation, and I just think, okay, what would feel really good today? And I follow that. And sometimes I had a day that I planned to paint, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I'm like, no, I really feel like going shopping today, right? And if I can, I will. Can't always do that. Oh, Dalmain, my bank offered to display my paintings when I went in to open my new business account. Yay! That's fabulous. Was that just today? It's working already. Universe is on my side. You betcha. Absolutely. So many people feel like the universe is punishing them, that, oh, I'll never get that. No, I thought the universe was helping me, but they want me to go this way. Well, sometimes you'll get redirected, but it's not the universe punishing you, right? Any resistance in our life is what we put there on Friday. That's great, Delmaine. Good for you. I'm so excited for you. Oh, so I want to tell you a little bit about Dream and Journey. So this, I showed you the mandalas back here. Well, this one, although it looks like a mandala, dream mandala, it's not. It's actually called a manifesting mandala. And it is the framework for manifesting. So week one is we're getting clear, and there's a guidebook I'm going to give you similar to the booklet that you got for this, but it's different. And then we will paint the arrow together. There's a video for you to follow. Hi, Travis. um, and then week two falls on our spring equinox, the power of the spring equinox, and that is when we are doing our dream mandalas, the power of the dream mandala into those. And that you will see so many testimonials on my page and in the sales page about dream mandalas. People, like the ladies in my courses, have been so kind and generous with their testimonials, and I have not even put them all up there, but there are people that will tell you, yes, I dream mandala, and yes, I manifested a car the next week when we didn't expect that we'd be able to buy a car. I manifested, our house sold when it had been up for a year, for sale for a year. It sold like the same time I did my dream mandala, or within a week or two. There's all sorts of really great testimonies. And then the third week is when we start to talk a little bit more. We do the manifesting mandala. I walk you through creating this. This stays forever. It never changes, right? It's a framework for you, but it um, addresses how to deal with those limiting beliefs, because as we put out our 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 desires, and we get like, okay, this is what I want to do and this is so exciting, and like I said, we get really excited about it, and then the next week it'll be like, oh my gosh, what was I thinking? I must be kidding myself. That could never happen. I'm dreaming, right? Well, I give you the steps on how to work through that and why those come up, right? Melissa, I've manifested many things with my dream mandala. Great. I'm so thrilled. Yes, because you came and did them with me like a couple years ago, right? Yes. Um, so you have to have the tools to be able to say, okay, when these fears and doubts and limiting beliefs come up, where do they come from, and how do I get them out of my body? So we talk about that. We also talk about several other things that are powerhouses for helping you manifest. Okay. And then the fourth week, we paint your beautiful big mandala painting, and that has your intentions infused into it in the layers underneath. Yes. So you'll learn how to align with that power through guided meditations, how to align with the universal power. So I give you guided meditations. You learn how to hear your heart's truth and how to connect to that, how to nurture that connection with your heart. You'll learn how to dream and journey and how to deal with the doubts and fears that come up. You'll create beautiful paintings to hang up around and to um, remember and feel your intentions, right? And you'll create your manifesting mandala that I just showed you. You'll also get your dream mandala. the big mandala painting, and I also have in there as an extra is the dream catcher painting. Okay, so that's an extra one. You'll get guided meditations, you get live group gatherings with me every week. You are in our private Facebook group and you have access to me through that. You'll get affirmations and prayers and like I said, new journal templates to work through limiting beliefs, new guidebooks, journal prompts, painting instruction videos, extra, painting and instruction videos in there. So I want to make sure you know everything you're getting. It is jam packed. I also added in a fifth week this year that is going to be the energy of sacred geometry and how powerful that is when we weave that into our manifesting. And then um, that will roll into in April. I will be putting out my new course, which would be kind of the next level, and that is Dream Big and Shine Your Light. So that is when you want to create an energetic blueprint for a wildly successful business. So any of you women out there that are thinking about starting a business or have a business, we are going to be creating the energy for your business to thrive and grow. So if you are in my Soulfully Aligned You Creative Portal, that's my private monthly membership group, I have a coupon code for you for 30% off. So just so you know, do not sign up without that code. So that is my monthly group that I promoted at the beginning of this year, and it goes for the year. And you can get into that later. But for now, that's Dream and Journey, and you have the tools for these 3 nights to get going and power up your manifesting, right? Mm, yes, yes, Melissa, you were in the first class that I had. Okay, so then we weren't using the actual mandalas back then. We were still using the medicine wheel, right? So fabulous. Now we've changed that. It's great. All right. So you guys. Oh, okay. I am going to have a draw for a acrylic paint set for the people that actually do sign up by midnight Friday night, by midnight tomorrow night. So in the sales page link, there are 3 different payment options in there. So you can pay in full, you can pay 2 pay or 3 pay. Doesn't matter to me. Your name will go in the draw, and I will have Saturday morning, I will have a draw for a beautiful acrylic set of paints so that you'll be able to get started with your painting. And I hope that you guys, whether you come into Dream and Journey or not, is just if you feel the call, if your heart is getting excited by it, then listen to your heart. But if you are like, no, not now, this isn't the right time, it's okay. I want you to take what I have given you and get going with your manifesting, get things rolling, and step into your power. Because even just using the 3 things that or the 3 nights of information, you will power up and things will shift around you. Yes, Kimber. Yes, we did the medicine wheel in Ontario when I was there. Yeah. So it was since then I was drawn. Um, well, I kept hearing it needs to be a mandala. It needs to be a mandala, right? And I couldn't figure out how until the one day I did sit down and figure it out. And it's like, oh, I could feel the power of it grow. So I love my mandalas. I create mandalas all the time. I You can create a mandala for your family. I had a couple come and do a mandala together when I was doing the workshops in my basement, and they manifested everything on their mandala. She called me in December and had me come and speak to her women's group because she had pulled it out of a closet after being in Mexico for over a year living there. And she looked at it and went, oh my gosh, we have everything, everything came true. What time on Sunday does it start and what is the duration of the course? Okay, so the course is 5 weeks long, but you have it forever. So if you don't go through it that quickly, it's fine. Sunday, our Zoom call together will be at 1 o'clock p.m. in Mountain Standard Time, because I have another group on Sunday evenings right now. And the schedule is actually in there when you sign up. I have put a schedule in, but as a group for each week's Zoom call, we can wiggle that around depending on what the group wants, right? So each Sunday, the week's information drops for you. So this Sunday, week one will be in there and access for you, but we'll meet and we'll have a Zoom like this where I walk you through a guided meditation, a long one, fairly long, and we talk about what the energy is for the week. And then you're able to work through the material. The videos are recorded, the painting videos, the journals in there, everything's in there for you. And then if you have questions, you can come into the Facebook group, the private Facebook group, and ask your questions or share your work. Um, and then the next week on Sunday, again, we gather as a group, and that week's modules become available. So it leaks out week by week, but at the end, it's there for you, right? You'll be in there in forever. And as I do this, and if I add things on again, you're still in there. You're in there forever, and you get anything that gets dropped in there that is new. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. You're welcome to book a chat with me if you want. We can talk on the phone or through a Zoom if you have questions, but that would be it, I think. Oh, wondering about how many hours each session is. Oh, so the Sunday call is no more than an hour. And then, like I said, everything is recorded and you can work through it on your own pace. How many hours is each week? I haven't actually figured that out. Um, well, the painting would take you a couple hours. There is another painting exercise in week one, just a fun art journal painting session. And then there is journal questions in the booklet. I hope I'm answering your question okay, Kelly. Okay, good, thanks. All right. And each week is kind of a little bit different. The manifesting mandala week is got more content in it, a lot more. But again, you can work through it at your own pace. Okay. So to get your name in the draw, just get in signed up by Friday at midnight, but you can sign up all weekend if you need time. Um, and even up until Monday usually, and that's when I usually kind of shut it down because we've started. Okay? Thank you so much for being here. I have loved this. You just, you have to know that it raises my vibration so much when I come in and talk about this stuff. I love talking about this. And you know what? 5 years ago, I never would have thought I could actually have a career doing what I'm so passionate about between my art and this. It is, I can hardly stop working. My husband has to tell me to come and take a break because I get so pumped up by it. I love it, love it, love it. And I love helping women find their light and their passion and their power. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And send me your questions if you have any. And I am going to drop the link again into Soulfully Aligned Women, and I'll put it into the comment feeds here too. All right. Everybody have a beautiful night, and I will see those of you in the morning that are coming to meditate. Bye.